Good afternoon and welcome to the 2020 Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame induction ceremony. My name is Emily Severate and I'm the director of the Iowa 4-H Foundation. Today we'd like to recognize and celebrate volunteers and staff who have been selected by their counties for induction into the Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame. Normally we'd be gathered at the Iowa State Fair, but of course this year we know that isn't possible. So this afternoon, we'll do the next best thing and virtually share the inspiring stories of volunteers from across the state and to celebrate the impact that they've had on thousands of lives of young people. The Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame was established in 2002 as 4-H celebrated 100 years of being dedicated to teaching youth life skills. During those 100 years, it became evident that the essential elements of the 4-H program included caring adults who were committed to that program. The Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame recognizes those adult volunteers and staff who have demonstrated outstanding service and dedication to the Iowa 4-H program and its members. Here today to welcome you from Iowa State University is Dr. John Lawrence, Vice President for Extension and Outreach.
Hello, I'm John Lawrence, Vice President of Iowa State University Extension and Outreach, and welcome to the Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame virtual celebration. Obviously, this isn't the Bruce L. Rastetter 4-H exhibit building on the Iowa State Fairgrounds, where we would be having this event in a normal year. COVID-19 has created a new normal in 2020 for all of us. Many things have changed, but one thing has not changed. Throughout the pandemic, Iowa State Extension and Outreach has remained open for business. However, it has not been business as usual. Extension specialists and county staff have been conducting group education and activities virtually whenever possible and using video technology and conferencing successfully. One-on-one meetings have been conducted by phone, by video conference, and if meeting in person has been essential, it has been with appropriate distancing and precautions in place. We continue to develop and engage in alternative ways, bringing research-based information and education to all Iowans. For example, our 4-H Youth Development Program has developed a wide variety of youth-led resources that are available for at-home learning. These resources are being continually updated and are available to the public. Our county extension offices were closed to the public for a while due to the COVID-19 precautions, but offices are reopening across the state according to local conditions and with safeguards in place. And this has been a county fair season like no other. Throughout this pandemic, the health and safety of Iowans has been our greatest concern. And that's why this year's 4-H Hall of Fame celebration is virtual. However, your contribution to Iowa 4-H program and to our 4-H members remains very real. Iowa 4-H would not be 4-H without volunteers. The top reasons people volunteer with Iowa 4-H are to support their own child, but to help others and to make a difference. Volunteers serve as the primary ambassadors for our 4-H program. They tell others of the importance of youth development, they recruit new youth and volunteers, and expand community partnerships. 4-H volunteers have a positive impact on their communities as well. They make communities stronger, connect communities with one another, and improve community health and increase overall civic involvement. Most of all, 4-H volunteers are mentors, role models, and shining examples to our young people. Your influence with 4-H youth goes far beyond club meetings and fair projects. You are developing Iowa's future leaders. The 4-H experiences are designed to strengthen a young person's sense of belonging, generosity, independence, and mastery. We empower youth to reach their full potential through youth-adult partnerships and research-based experiences. Through club work and all of our youth development programs, we invest in Iowa youth. You help our 4-H youth learn how to be healthy, how to be leaders, how to become engaged in their communities, and how to use science and technology wisely. We appreciate all that you do. We must do everything we can to help Iowa's young people become the next generation of effective communicators and leaders, and we must prepare them to be ready for whatever challenges the future may bring. Iowa State University Extension and Outreach believes in 4-H and in the land grant mission. We're uniquely positioned to make sure our young people have the skills they need to be successful in their education, career, and life journey. With your support, time, and talent, we can help Iowa's young people become the leaders we know they can be. Congratulations to all of our honorees who are being inducted into the Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame. Iowa 4-H has more than 10,000 volunteers who make our youth development program possible. This year's Hall of Fame will recognize 119 people from 86 counties, and you're being recognized as the best among many. Thank you for everything you do for Iowa 4-H program and our Iowa 4-H youth. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Lawrence. This year, 86 counties nominated inductees into the Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame. The inductee was chosen by those counties represent both longtime volunteers and extension staff who have exemplified outstanding service and dedication to the 4-H program in their county. Today's inductees into the 4-H Hall of Fame represent the many people in Iowa who have contributed countless hours to 4-H. Their legacy can be seen in the young people that they have mentored, who will in turn support the continuation of the 4-H program that builds Iowa's leaders. Assisting with today's presentation is Vicki Heiler, President of the Iowa 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees, and Abe Schmidt, a 4-H'er from Winneshiek County and a member of the 2019-2020 State 4-H Council.
From Adams County, Donna West. As a 4-H volunteer, Donna served as a leader of the Royal Workers 4-H Club, now the Prescott 4-H Workers. For many years, she traveled to other clubs, achievement shows as a judge to provide helpful hints to them. In the community, she was a youth leader and treasurer for the Prescott United Church and served as a treasurer for Corning United Methodist Church. She still delivers Meals on Wheels and serves as the treasurer for the Rose Ann Auxiliary at CHI Health. Thank you, Donna, for supporting 4-H programs in Adams County in so many ways. From Allamakee County, Dan and Jane Sevison. Dan and Jane Sevison have been active supporters of the Allamakee County 4-H program for over 30 years. Dan shows his passion and love for helping others in his service as a dairy superintendent, 4-H club leader, and dairy judging team coach. The Sevison family participates in the Dairy Share Project and Dairy Auction. Dan and Jane are great assets to the Allamakee County 4-H program, and their service to the 4-H program underscores the mission of 4-H. Thank you, Dan and Jane. Congratulations. From Benton County, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson has shared his passion for the livestock industry with 4-H and FFA members throughout 30 plus years of volunteering as the 4-H livestock auctioneer at the Benton County Fair. Dwayne's volunteer service was focused on fairness for exhibitors, connecting with youth, and sharing the value of the 4-H program with community partners. Dwayne's efforts to instill strong values and confidence in youth made an impact on generations of Benton County 4-H members. Thank you, Dwayne, for the many ways you support Iowa 4-H. Congratulations. From Blackhawk County, Bart and Amy Samuelson. Amy began her 4-H journey in the traditional way, joining at age 10 as an orange bud before joining the Orange Petal and Orange Blossoms Club. Her husband, Bart, became involved in 4-H when the couple's 3 children, Katie, Emily, and Wyatt, joined 4-H. From then on, the Samuelsons' dedication to 4-H grew. Bart and Amy, along with several other LaPorte City parents, formed a 4-H club known as the Big Cedar Springers. Later, Bart and Amy joined the Blackhawk County Fair Board, where they spent hours raising funds and working at the fair. Today, you will find them planning and hosting the family picnic to celebrate the end of their 5-day youth showcase. These two are amazing role models and volunteers who will roll up their sleeves while finding others to jump in and help. Thank you and congratulations to Bart and Amy. From Boone County, Mindy Moeller. Mindy's passion for helping to provide opportunities for youth to discover and reach their full potential and can-do attitude has had a positive impact on 4-Hers in Boone County. Mindy started her 4-H volunteer career when her daughters Samantha and Sabrina joined Boone County 4-H. Mindy is passionate about giving back to others, and she instilled that in her daughters. For more than 20 years, Mindy has worn many volunteer hats, including fair superintendent for rabbit, small pet, cat, and exotic, youth committee member, dog committee volunteer, 4-H food stand manager, and so much more. Congratulations, Mindy. From Bramer County, RJ and Kathy Hennings. RJ and Kathy Hennings have been a part of the Bramer County 4-H program for many years. Kathy was a 4-H member while growing up. She then became a leader for the Do Our Best 4-H club for 26 years, sharing the job with her mother, Kay Pagel. RJ started his 4-H career as a leader for shooting sports and then joining the Do Our Best club for the past 11 years. Not only are they wonderful 4-H leaders, they are both volunteers for the program. Kathy has been the food and nutrition superintendent and a member of the youth committee. RJ has been a poultry superintendent. The Hennings are always someone you can count on when help is needed. They are an inspiration to many. Thank you, RJ and Kathy, for helping to make the best better. From Buchanan County, Pie Baking Committee members Diane Winger, Irene Payton, and Helen Short. The annual Pie Baking Contest and Auction Committee, Diane Winger, Irene Payton, and Helen Short, have raised over $150,000 for Buchanan County 4-H in the past 20 plus years. This year, 2020, will be the 44th annual pie baking contest and auction. Diane Winger was a 4-H member in her younger years, and she passed that on to her children, Matthew and Ann. Sadly, Diane passed in October of 2019. Helen Short began volunteering with 4-H when her sons joined 4-H. Irene Payton has been a part of Buchanan County 4-H program for over 3 decades, serving in a variety of roles. She is also a member of the Buchanan County Extension Council. This group of women bonded into a good working committee and over the years became truly great friends. Buchanan County 4-H will forever be grateful for the late Diane Winger's volunteerism and the continued support of Helen Short and Irene Payton. Thank you, ladies, for your years of support and service to 4-H. From Buena Vista County, Pat Murphy. For the past 20 years, Pat Murphy has worked with youth in the Beef Project. He has taught young people how to effectively work with cattle. He has provided numerous opportunities to show livestock, and he continues to support youth in their other endeavors. It can be difficult to engage new youth in the Beef Project because of the investment needed. Pat has found ways to connect with young people to offer this project for many youth who otherwise would not have had the opportunity. Thank you, Pat, for your longtime commitment to 4-H, the youth in the program. Congratulations. From Butler County, Leanne Shipper. When Leanne Shipper joined the Butler County 4-H and Youth Advisory Committee, she took on a leadership role and is a key volunteer in organizing and running the 4-H feed shed during the county fair. Between gathering sponsorships, donations, and supplies to make the feed shed run smoothly, she is always ready to lend a hand. Butler County 4-H thanks Leanne for her many years of service to the youth of Butler County. She has been dedicated to 4-H and is never afraid to start new and great opportunities for Butler County 4-Hers. Thank you for sharing your 4-H enthusiasm. From Calhoun County, Jeremy and Amy Westcott. Jeremy and Amy Westcott are 4-H volunteers who give from the heart to make a lifetime impact. Through their kindness and support, Jeremy and Amy have brought shooting sports education to Calhoun County for the past 14 years. Together, they have impacted the lives of many youth in Calhoun County. While Amy was the one keeping all the club's records together and making sure the logistics were in order, Jeremy was a trained shooting sports coordinator and archery instructor for both Calhoun County and at the state level. Calhoun County appreciates everything Jeremy and Amy have done for 4-H and thanks you for your hard work and support to the Iowa 4-H program. Congratulations to both of you. From Cass County, Dave and Julie Williamson. Dave and Julie Williamson are true examples of outstanding 4-H volunteers. Dave and Julie have dedicated countless hours of helping improve the fair, the grounds, and the 4-H program. Julie has spent over 20 years as a 4-H club leader. After Julie's time as a club leader, Julie and Dave continue to be avid supporters of the program, fair, and community involvement. Thank you, Dave and Julie, for all that you have done and will continue to do for the Cass County 4-H program. Congratulations.
From Cedar County, Amy Gleck. Amy Gleck truly exemplifies the 4-H spirit in Cedar County. She grew up as a 4-H member in Linn County, where she was on the 4-H Youth County Council and was very active in the dairy cattle, food and nutrition, and the communication project areas. Amy has been a 4-H volunteer for more than 10 years, taking on many different roles within the 4-H program. She has been a member of the Cedar County Youth Committee, a leader of Tipton's first Lego League 4-H Club, a leader of the Center Rings Leaders 4-H Club, an advisor for the Cedar County Youth Council, a project workshop leader, an integral member of our market animal weigh-in team, and is always willing to lend a hand whenever staff asks for help. Amy leads by example and would never ask anyone to do something that she would not do herself. Thank you, Amy, for your years of support. From Cerro Gordo County, Megan Hayeshusen. Megan Hayeshusen has made an impact on Cerro Gordo County 4-H since the beginning of her 4-H journey. From Grimes VIP 4-H member to summer intern to county youth coordinator to valued volunteer, Megan's name is nearly synonymous with 4-H in Cerro Gordo County. She uses her influence to continue to help the 4-H organization and her community succeed every day. Megan's outstanding leadership shows her true dedication to health, to better living in her community. Megan is very active with her family farm, raising livestock, crops, and kids. Megan lives the 4-H pledge every day. Her focus is always working with others to create the best possible educational experience for youth and their families to strengthen the community around her. Congratulations, Megan. From Cherokee County, Denny and Stephanie Spieler. Denny and Stephanie Spieler are well respected by the kids, parents, and the other volunteers in Cherokee County 4-H. 4-H could not survive without their dedication, expertise, and leadership. They work with and teach many 4-H youth about cattle and are willing to help and give guidance, as well as support in our ever-changing 4-H world. The Spielers take the time to let parents know how hard the kids are working and how deserving they are. They also encourage youth to be leaders. They are very passionate about 4-H and share their skills, knowledge, and talents while having fun with kids. The impact they have had and will continue to have on the youth is priceless. Congratulations, and thank you, Denny and Stephanie, for sharing your enthusiasm. From Chickasaw County, Joanne Tupper. Joanne Tupper's relationship with 4-H dates back all the way to when she was a child and a member for the Peppy Pixies 4-H Club in Chickasaw County, and has continued through more than 30 years of volunteering. Once Joanne's oldest daughter, Jennifer, was old enough to join 4-H, Joanne became a leader of the Ionia Rustlers 4-H Club. All of Joanne's children, including Stephanie, Michael, and Katie, were members. Even after all her children had graduated, Joanne stayed on as leader of the club so she could continue to share her knowledge and experience with 4-H members. As an adult, Joanne became active on the Chickasaw County Youth Committee, coordinates the county fair barbecue and food stand, leads the Ionia Rustlers 4-H Club, is the horticulture superintendent, and is always willing to step up wherever she is needed. Thank you, Joanne, for your dedication and time commitment to 4-H programs. From Clark County, Mike Allen. Mike Allen first joined 4-H as a youth in 1959. He served on the Clark County Fair Board, and he enjoyed helping youth with their projects. Even after his kids were out of school, he stayed involved by helping other young people get into 4-H and then would help them with their 4-H projects. He helped them learn how to purchase animals, how to feed their animals, and even would give the youth a place to keep their animals if needed. For over 60 years, Mike stayed involved in 4-H and was committed to helping kids. Mike recently passed away in June of 2020. Mike was such a great asset, and he will be greatly missed by everyone in Clark County. From Clay County, Janelle Maurer. Janelle has done wonderful things for youth in Clay County. Janelle serves on the Poultry Committee and is a former 4-H club leader. Her true impact comes in the personal relationships she forms with youth that continues throughout their lives. There are so many stories of Janelle helping a youth with the project, teaching them to can something, helping them butcher a turkey, letting them keep their broiler chickens at her house, lending Larry the turkey for classroom visits, kids stopping at her house in the middle of the night to help with a turtle they caught, chasing roosting chickens out of trees in the middle of the night so they could be showed at the fair, and the stories go on and on. Janelle does this for no more reason than just the joy of watching children grow and develop. She is the example of a servant volunteer that seeks no recognition for her service, and in all likelihood does not even realize the great impact she has on so many. Thank you, Janelle, for sharing your expertise and knowledge. Congratulations. From Clayton County, Tim Orr. Tim Orr is a dedicated supporter of the Clayton County 4-H program. Tim grew up as a member of the Highland Helping Hands 4-H Club. As an adult, he volunteered as leader of the Marion Happy Hustlers 4-H Club. Tim has served on the Clayton Extension 4-H and Youth Development Committee and the Livestock Advisory Committee. He's actively involved in the Clayton County Pork Producers, Clayton County Cattlemen, and Clayton County Fair Board. Tim was instrumental in the building of the new swine, sheep, and goat complex at the county fairgrounds in 2018. Tim and his wife, Sherry, are the parents of 2 children, Katie and Kenny, and have 1 grandchild, Brantley. Congratulations, Tim. From Clinton County, Mary Stevenson. Mary Stevenson is a lifelong supporter of Clinton County 4-H. As a 4-H club leader, endowment, and youth committee member, Mary is there, bringing her voice and expertise to the table. Back in 2006, Mary and her family welcomed a 13-year-old boy from Japan as part of the 4-H Cultural Exchange Program. Mary, her husband Terry, and their 4 children, Marla, Marissa, Marcy, and Trevor, were all active 4-H members who enjoyed giving back to their community. Currently, Mary serves Clinton County 4-H members as the Fair Board Secretary and Fair Manager. With her years of knowledge, Mary brings the 4-H member, parent, and leader perspective to make the Clinton County Club show a success. Congratulations, Mary. From Crawford County, Dennis and Mary Koenig. Dennis and Mary Koenig have been involved in 4-H for almost all their lives. They were both 4-H members who continued their involvement with 4-H by getting all 4 of their boys enrolled in 4-H. Dennis and Mary served as leaders of the Good Handy Helper Club for 10 years. Dennis was the sheep superintendent and served on the fair board for 6 years. Dennis also served as coordinator for youth judging teams and had a team make it all the way to the state contest one year. Mary has helped write comments for static exhibit judges for several years. Dennis and Mary can still be seen to this day around 4-H as they enjoy watching their grandchildren show their livestock. Thank you, Dennis and Mary, for your support of 4-H youth. From Dallas County, Sandy Bland. Sandy started her time in 4-H in Lee County. A few of her favorite 4-H memories were performing a skit for Share the Fun at the Iowa State Fair and participating in the 4-H Youth Exchange Program. As a 4-H parent, Sandy supported her daughter Kendra with fair projects and exhibits and encouraged Kendra to participate in 4-H at the local, area council, and state levels. Sandy was a loyal volunteer to Dallas County in many ways, as club leader, service project organizer, fair volunteer, and Barnyard Olympics coordinator, among other duties. Sandy passed away in August of 2016. What a wonderful way to honor Sandy and her 4-H legacy. From Davis County, Kevin Woods. Kevin Woods has been a volunteer in Davis County for over 20 years. He started with his children, being 4-H members, and has been a volunteer for the Davis County Fair Board for many years. He served as the board president and poultry and small animal superintendent. The fair and 4-H program have always been special to him. Kevin would never hesitate to say yes to 4-H. During the fair, you will most likely find him parked in one of the livestock barns for hours, talking to the 4-Hers, sharing his wisdom, answering questions, and cracking jokes. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing your enthusiasm for 4-H.
From Decatur County, Hope Mendenhall. Since 1953, Hope has pledged her head to better thinking to learn, teach, and overcome adversity. Her heart has shown great loyalty for the youth to keep striving to develop solutions and be creative and innovative. Her hands are always available for service to anyone in need and to help her community be a better place for all. Her dedication to good health has sustained her in her 90 years. These are values she lovingly instilled in 4-H members as a leader of the youth of Decatur County. In Hope's words, "My experiences meeting the many 4-H members personally and watching their growth was immensely satisfying. I never met one I didn't admire and learn something from for myself." Congratulations, Hope. From Delaware County, Loris and Jolene Baggy. Loris and Jolene Baggy were so impressed with how 4-H made a difference in the lives of their children that they continue to support and volunteer for Delaware County 4-H. Loris was a former Delaware County 4-H member and continues to be involved by helping at the fairgrounds before the fair starts, volunteering at the 4-H food stand, and is currently serving on the 4-H Youth Committee as a chairperson. Jolene was a volunteer 4-H leader and continues to volunteer during Fair Week on Conference Judging Day and volunteering in the 4-H food stand. Both Loris and Jolene enjoyed seeing their children and other Delaware County 4-H youth grow into independent adults, volunteers, and leaders because of their experience in 4-H. Thank you for your years of service. From Dickinson County, Barb Utek. Barb has been a steady voice and mentor for the 4-H program in Dickinson County for 20 years. Prior to retiring to the Okoboji area, she was involved in the Plymouth County Fair for years as both a 4-H parent and a 4-H volunteer. Every year, volunteers look forward to a call from Barb to help at the fair. Barb is a constant source of support for anything needed in the office, but she is definitely the go-to for all things 4-H. Her knowledge and compassion for the program shine through in all that she does. Congratulations, Barb. From Dubuque County, Joe Simon. Joe Simon and his wife of 70 years, Virginia, raised 10 children on their farm near Farley. During the 15 years Joe served as a 4-H leader, he was known for his quiet leadership, compassion, and mentorship. For the past 60 years, he has watched his children, as well as more than 30 grandchildren and great-grandchildren, exhibit at the Dubuque County 4-H Fair. Joe still resides on the farm he was born on 92 years ago, where he continues his pre-fair tradition of giving advice to the youth leading their dairy projects up and down the farmyard. Joe's greatest accomplishments include his emphasis on the importance of family and the examples he set in serving his community. Many of his children went on to become 4-H leaders and community volunteers in following their dad's footsteps and pledging their heads, hearts, hands, and health to a better world. Thank you, Joe, for continuing to inspire 4-Hers. From Emmett County, Todd Eisenbacher. Todd has been with Emmett County 4-H and Extension nearly all his life. He is a part of the Sheep and Goat Committee, serves on the Extension Council, and is a role model for 4-Hers in Emmett County. During the Emmett County Fair, you can see Todd in the show ring helping kids out with their lambs or goats. He is always willing to offer a hand in volunteering with whatever is thrown at him. Thank you, Todd, for your work, and congratulations. From Fayette County, Ann Egan. Ann Egan has been a leader for the Fayette County 4-H Club Fremont Friends for 40 years. She volunteered along with many co-leaders over the years to lead the club for her children, and she is still leading today for several of her grandchildren. Ann is notorious for encouraging her 4-Hers to meticulously document their projects through pictures and reports, and she makes sure they complete their record books each year. Her best memories of 4-H are working with kids and seeing their progress and smiles at their success. Ann has served at the county level on various committees over the years. All 7 of Ann's children were 4-H members, and 14 of her 22 grandchildren are currently or have been members of Fremont Friends. Thank you, Anne, for your continued 4-H support. From Floyd County, Elaine Papinga. Elaine Papinga has been the chairman of the Floyd County Youth Committee for 10 plus years. Her passion for 4-H started at the age of 10 in Humboldt County and has continued to inspire 4-Hers in Floyd County for years. With a heart for volunteerism, Elaine has coordinated numerous community service projects, including but not limited to 4-H food stand, fair guides, judging record books, 4-H record book, and project workshops. She has put in endless hours assisting and coordinating 4-H Youth Committee activities that have offered 4-Hers ample opportunities to practice and develop lifelong skills. Congratulations, Elaine. From Franklin County, Marie Spora. Franklin County 4-H volunteer Marie Spora grew up in 4-H in Franklin County. She was a member of the Lee's Leading Ladies and Livestock Queens Club. Marie volunteered as a club leader while her 3 children were in 4-H and has continued as a garden, rabbit, and poultry project volunteer for the past 35 years. Marie takes the time to give youth tips on how to exhibit their birds. She has also taken phone calls from 4-Hers to help with projects, visited club meetings, and helped with record books. Marie attributes learning how to set goals and good work ethics to 4-H, which she still uses today at her job as a certified pharmacy technician. Thank you, Marie, for many years of supporting 4-H. Congratulations. From Fremont County, Pam and Gary Nebel. Pam and Gary Nebel believe that 4-H, fun, and the county fair go hand in hand. Their children, Brian and Chelsea, were both active 4-H members for 9 years. Pam has helped with the 4-H Cherry Pie Contest and serves on the 4-H Endowment Committee. Gary served on the Fremont County Fair Board for 12 years. Pam and Gary recognize 4-H as an organization that builds character and develops skills that will be used in everyday life. Volunteering has given them the opportunity to build and develop lasting relationships over many years. Congratulations. From Greene County, Joanne Schnebly. Joanne started her 4-H career in Ohio. When her son Andrew was old enough to start 4-H, Joanne started volunteering in Greene County. Joanne possesses immense amounts of knowledge that she has shared with 4-Hers. She spent time sharing her talent with 4-Hers by holding sewing workshops for over 10 years. Joanne has served as a Clover Hall superintendent for nearly 20 years. She dedicated her time and talent to provide a memorable experience for Greene County 4-Hers. One major project Joanne led was the service project for the barn quilts of Greene County to create a barn quilt to honor one of the oldest ongoing Greene County clubs. Thank you, Joanne, for your encouragement of the next generation.
From Grundy County, Deb Lizer. Deb Lizer truly bleeds 4-H Greene with a strong passion for youth. Deb has been a dog obedience instructor and superintendent, led numerous workshops, and currently serves as an assistant leader of Lincoln Junior Farmers 4-H Club that her 8 children were a part of growing up. Deb was actively involved in helping her kids learn and grow through 4-H experiences. Deb shared the importance of learning, creating goals, never giving up, and tradition. She always gives more of herself as a leader and volunteer to others, teach youth, and lend a hand in whatever adventure the youth come up with. Deb has also shared her talents in food and nutrition, sewing and horticulture, to name a few. Congratulations, Deb. We appreciate your commitment to 4-H and the youth. From Guthrie County, Mike and Karen Finnegan. Mike Finnegan was an active member on the Guthrie County Youth Committee and helped design and evaluate youth programs. He always enjoyed helping youth learn through yearly food safety and quality assurance activities. He served for many years on the Silent Auction Committee, which helps raise funds for the 4-H program. Karen Finnegan began her 4-H involvement when her oldest son, Sean, was a member of the Wichita Wildcats group. Because her younger son, Caleb, also had an interest in 4-H activities, Karen organized a Clover Kids 4-H group. Mike and Karen were honored as recipients of the 4-H Alumni Award in 2019. Thank you and congratulations, Mike and Karen. From Hamilton County, Doran and Kathy Stakey. Doran and Kathy Stakey are a duo that have given endless support and opportunities to generations of 4-Hers in Hamilton County. Doran is a Hamilton County 4-H alum and Kathy a Boone County 4-H alum. Doran serves on the Hamilton County 4-H Foundation Board, where he has helped to raise thousands of dollars for 4-H members. He has also enjoyed helping with interviews for county awards and has become a fair crowd favorite as the MC of the annual Farmers Challenge. Kathy served as a 4-H club leader and a 4-H judge and interviewer for State Recognition Day. As proud 4-H alums, Doran and Kathy continue to stay active in 4-H because they truly believe in the power of the 4-H experience. Thank you, Doran and Kathy, for continuing to support 4-Hers. From Hancock County, Margaret Guff. Since she got her kids involved in 4-H 28 years ago, Margaret Guff has been a great volunteer, advocate, and passionate supporter of the Hancock County 4-H program. She has been a 6-year community club leader, independent 4-H mentor and leader, food stand volunteer and recruiter, dog project assistant, and most recently, an assistant to the 4-H after-school program, putting her bilingual skills to use to help ESL students. Besides being an awesome volunteer, she has been a great 4-H advocate, tour guide, and youth educator as a clerk in the Iowa legislature. Hancock County Extension is grateful for Margaret's volunteerism, advocacy, and service to her community. Congratulations, Margaret. From Harrison County, Dee Colwell. Dee Colwell has been described by a former coworker as having little green clovers running through her veins. Dee was a 4-H leader in the Woodbine Lucky Stars 4-H Club for many years and currently helps with the Hawkeye Ramblers 4-H Club and with their Clover Kids group. Dee was made an honorary 4-H member by the State 4-H office in 2003. She was a past member of the Harrison County Extension Council. As County Youth Coordinator, Dee's tireless energy, her compassion for youth and adults, her commitment to youth and 4-H, and her willingness to make a great learning experience for all involved was renowned. Due to her work with Southwest Iowa 4-H activities and her many years of work at the Iowa State Fair, Dee, or Grandma Dee, as she is known by many youth, is recognized beyond the borders of Harrison County as well. Thank you, Dee, for all you do. From Howard County, Craig and Flossie Morrison. Craig and Flossie Morrison dedicated many hours serving youth in the community through 4-H, as well as mentoring children in the Howard Winnichick school system. Craig managed the Cresco Creamery for years, and Flossie was a hands-on Extension Council member whose weekly office visits and participation in Extension events was symbolic of her belief in lifelong learning. Both served on committees for the establishment of the Northeast Dairy Center in Kelmer, Iowa, in which ISU Extension cooperated with Northeast Iowa Community College and the Northeast Iowa Dairy Foundation. Craig served on the Dairy Expo board as the executive secretary for 30 years. Thank you and congratulations, Craig and Flossie. From Humboldt County, Laurie Belkey. You could say Laurie Belkey bleeds green. Her involvement in Humboldt County 4-H began as a member and now as a dedicated volunteer. Laurie and her co-leaders gave 4-H members a taste of many project areas, including civic engagement. She and her co-leaders knew the value in teaching the giving back spirit. The girls learned to sew blankets and loved the annual shopping trip for Angel Tree Christmas gifts for those in need. She is also a member of the Humboldt County 4-H Foundation that raises funds for 4-Hers to enjoy many of the same experiences and life lessons she learned during her time as a 4-Her. Thank you, Laurie, for your support to the 4-H program. From Ida County, Gordon and Shirley Morris. Gordon and Shirley Morris have devoted their hearts and souls to the 4-H program. Their involvement spans over a couple of decades of volunteering, as they both were 4-H leaders for more than 10 years, helping their children, Ginger and Dennis, achieve many successes in 4-H, but then extending their guidance and assistance to many other 4-H members. Gordon was a longtime superintendent for the Ida County Dairy Division and served one term on the Ida County Fair Board, while Shirley served on the 4-H Adult Committee, helping organize programs, events, and activities within the Ida County 4-H organization, plus serving as a chaperone to the Washington, D.C. 4-H Citizenship Tour. They sponsored the Pride of Iowa Trophy for Ida County 4-H for several years, and they also opened their homes as they hosted 4 different international youth students through the 4-H IFE program. Congratulations, Gordon and Shirley. From Iowa County, Diana Roberts. Diana Roberts empowered youth to reach their potential for 30 years as a 4-H club leader of the Hilton Willing Workers. She supported 4-H projects as the Family and Consumer Science Superintendent, Communications Superintendent, Iowa County Fair Queen Coordinator, and organizer of the County Bill Riley Talent Show in her 20 years as an Iowa County Fair Board member. Diana raised financial support for Iowa County 4-H programs to engage youth through her work with the Iowa County 4-H Foundation. Diana's introduction to 4-H was a great example of learn by doing. She wasn't a part of 4-H as a youth, but when she married her husband, who was a 4-H alum, it didn't take long before she joined him as co-leader of the 4-H club. She shared her love of 4-H with her 3 children and 5 grandchildren. Congrats. From Jackson County, Bob Larkey. Robert Larkey, more commonly known as Bob, grew up on his family farm, which fueled Bob's passion for agriculture. That led him to join the Jones County 4-H program and then attend auctioneering school after high school. Bob and his wife Myrna are the proud parents to 4 children, Troy, Rick, Scarlett, and Robin, and 8 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. When Bob isn't working at the Maquoketa Livestock Sales Barn or lending it to the 4-H program for animal weigh-ins, you will be sure to find him in the front row at 4-H and FFA livestock sales, purchasing cattle, rabbits, and chicken. Thank you, Bob, for your dedication to today's 4-H youth. Congratulations. From Jefferson County, Sherry Lizer. You can turn that into a 4-H project. It's something that Sherry Lizer has said many times over her years as a 4-H volunteer in Jefferson County. Sherry Lizer began her 27-year 4-H journey when her children enrolled in 4-H and she became their leader. Sherry could often be found promoting 4-H by helping her club members decorate windows on the town square, hosting various 4-H workshops, or assisting with the community trunk or treat. Sherry has served in numerous volunteer roles over the years and has been influential in providing many positive experiences to several young people. Sherry is known for being a positive mentor to all that she encounters. Through her years of dedication, she has left a lasting impression on the Jefferson County 4-H program. Congratulations, Sherry, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Vicki and Abe. Now, please welcome Tim Smith, Hall of Fame inductee from Johnson County, who will now share some thoughts on behalf of all of the recipients.
I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to represent this year's inductees into the 2020 Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame. Each of us as volunteers are really being recognized for different reasons. Some of us are being recognized and feel an importance for volunteering to give back to an organization that has meant so much to us. And it's really helped shape our lives. As we look back and think of the skills that we learned in 4-H, it may have helped determine which school we go to. It may have provided us the opportunity to meet our spouse. It may have helped decide which career we were going to enter. So in many ways, it's the opportunity for us to give back to an organization that has meant so much to us personally. For others, it was a family tradition. In our family, it was something that we just carried on. And it carries on through the generations. It was mentored by our parents and it was an important part of our volunteerism life, and we carry it on to the next generation. In other cases, we're being recognized for volunteering to support our children. 4-H is an organization that we believe in. We believe in the values proposition. We believe in the character development of 4-H, and it aligns with our own. And it's a great opportunity for us to to work with our children in different activities and to teach them and the values that we believe and support. And so it's a great opportunity to work with our children. And for others, it's an opportunity to support our community. Many of us, after our children have finished 4-H, continue to support the 4-H program and be involved in it because we know and understand the value of having a strong community and want to be a part of that and see the community grow and be strong. But really, when we decided to volunteer, we didn't do it necessarily for the recognition. But it is nice to know that there are friends that do support it, that do acknowledge it and appreciate the work and effort that has gone into to volunteering. I'd also like to reach out and thank our employers. In many cases, our employers have been very generous with allowing us to volunteer for many different organizations and especially the 4-H program. They've allowed us to go ahead and put in many hours and know and understand the importance of volunteerism to our communities. And so I want to thank our employers for that. This year, I also wanted to take a minute to thank those that have worked especially hard in these COVID times to work and develop ideas and think creatively on how we could go ahead and support the program in a different way, given the times that we were experiencing. And I think it would have been easy for us to just go ahead and set this year's activities, on the shelf. But I think rather than do that, the volunteers, dug in deep and thought creatively about how we could create safe activities that would be beneficial to our members. And I think they've done a good job of that. I think all of us would like to go ahead and look back and think of the way things were and think it's going to continue that way. But I think, again, this year is a glimpse of changes that we are going to go through. And I think if we acknowledge those changes and embrace those changes, we can take the positives out of that and to make our organization even stronger as we move forward. So again, I'd like to say thank you for those that have nominated us. I'd like to thank the 4-H organization, and we very much look forward to many more years of service to a great organization that we support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim. In closing this afternoon, please welcome Dr. Debbie Nisler, 4-H Youth Program Development Leader.
I'm Debbie Nisler, Iowa 4-H Program Leader. Last year, I stood at the stage at the State Fair for the annual Hall of Fame ceremony during my first week on the job. This year, our 4-H Hall of Fame looks a little different than past years, but our inductees demonstrate that our Iowa 4-H program continues to be strong and impactful in every corner of our state. As I look at the bios of our inductees this year, it is amazing to me the impact they've had on youth in their communities and ultimately across the state. Conservatively, Hall of Fame inductees combined dedicated more than 2,500 years to their local 4-H programs. If they only assisted 10 youth a year, and we know they reached many more than that, that would be 25,000 youth impacted by these Hall of Fame inductees. If each of these youth follow the 4-H motto to make the best better, what a difference this group of volunteers has had. If we could only reach every youth through 4-H, the problems we face today may not exist. As a lifelong 4-H'er, I understand the influence a 4-H volunteer has on the future success of youth. Each of these volunteers have shared stories about their love of the program and their passion for youth to succeed. I remember very well my patient 4-H club leader helping me with my record book, hauling my animal to fair, and not being too mad when he sat on my tack box and walked away with a freshly painted imprint of a 4-H clover on his new jeans. I am who I am today because he cared. Our 4-H Hall of Fame inductees today spark that passion to engage in others, convincing neighbors and friends the merits of 4-H and bringing them in as volunteers themselves. They also modeled community service and engaging their communities. That talk the talk and walk the walk mentality ingrains the priority of service in our youth to the benefit of our local communities. Who better to sell the 4-H program to our stakeholders than that amazing volunteer? No one can bend the ear of a public official or donor better than that adult who has dedicated their life to the service of others. Iowa 4-H is healthy and thriving. It is reaching youth in every corner in every community in Iowa. It is doing so because of all of you. Our youth thrive because you care, because you advocate for them, you cheer them on, you sit with them patiently as they rewrite a record book page or bake a pie for fair. Thank you seems an inadequate thing to say today, but it comes from the heart of every 4-H mom, dad, and member. We are here because you stood beside us. Today, we stand beside you as you are recognized for a lifetime of service to others. We are blessed to have you in our 4-H family. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie, for your leadership. Despite the circumstances of the past several months, Iowa 4-Hers have risen to the challenge, showcasing integrity, adaptation, and resiliency. No doubt the outstanding volunteers and staff recognized today, in addition to others across the state, played a significant role in the development of those young people. The skills that young people gain through the 4-H program will serve them well into the future. These caring adults made that possible. So on behalf of the Iowa 4-H youth and alumni, allow me to thank all of you who have recognized the importance of the 4-H program and have dedicated your lives to making the best better. Now please join the 2019-2020 State 4-H Council as they recite the 4-H Pledge.
I pledge my head to clear thinking,
my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living.
For my club, my community,
my country, and my world.
Thank you for helping us to recognize the 2020 Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame recipients. To read their bios, as well as those from past recipients, please visit the Iowa 4-H Foundation's website, which is linked below. Take care.